Welcome back. So in this lesson, we are going to fix some errors that we've encountered in the previous lesson. Let's go. Let's open the input manager first. Okay, so previously we saw that when clicking on any letter without trying the word we've just typed, the index was going out of range. So we want to prevent that. For that, we are going to add a boolean to our input manager. So a boolean, if you don't know, is just a simple switch. It's on or it's off. So let's create it. It's going to be a private boolean. Let's call it can check word, maybe, or can check, or maybe let's call it can type. Or no, can add letter. That's better. And let's initialize it to true, because when we start the game, we want to be able to add letters. Okay, cool. Then in the key pressed callback method, we want to specify before adding the letter that if we can add the letter, if we can't add the letter, then just return. So that we don't do anything if we can't add the letter. But when are we going to switch this boolean to off or to false? When the word is complete, actually. So if the word is complete, we are going to set the can add letter boolean to false. This way, we are preventing the player from adding more letters if he hasn't pressed the check word button or the try button. And when checking the word, if it's the level complete, then we don't do anything because we don't want the player to add more letters at level after the level is complete. But if it's the wrong word, then we want to enable the player to add letters. So can add letter equals true. You got it? Let's try it in Unity now. Okay, let's hit play. Let's try to type a word. So bread, because I'm hungry. No, sorry. Okay, let's add more letters. And it's not working. Perfect, no errors. We can't add more letters, so that's cool. Let's try now. Wrong word, so it should go to the next word container. Let's try clear. No more letters can be added. Perfect, try it. Wrong word. And now we can try Udemy. Try the word. Level complete. And because we did not switch the can add letter boolean to false again, to true again, sorry, we can't add more letters. So that's perfect. We locked everything. Nice. Let's now quickly add the backspace method so that we can remove a letter after adding it or before checking the word actually. Okay, so for that, we are going to open the input manager and add a new method. So let's create it after the check word method, for instance. So it's going to be a public method because we are going to link it to the backspace key. It's going to be void, not returning anything. Let's call it backspace pressed callback. Okay, cool. In this method, we are simply, for now, going to call the current word container. So word containers at index, current word container index. And we are going to ask him if he can remove a letter. So please remove letter. Okay, so let's create this method. So we are going to open the word container and add the public void remove letter just after the add method. To remove a letter, we first need to check if we are at the index, at the first index, like if we are currently using the first letter container. If that's the case, then we don't want to do anything because it's already blank. So to do so, we are going to add a condition. So if the current letter index is less or equals to 0, then we are simply going to return. Okay? Otherwise, we can reduce the index of the current letter container and we can initialize the current letter container like so. Like so. Perfect. This will help us remove the letter from the previous letter container. Let's quickly try it. Is everything okay here first? Okay, so we need to attach this method to the backspace key. So let's open the UI game object, main canvas. Oh, sorry, it was in the keyboard. Third line, backspace key. Okay, let's add a callback to this event. And we are going to select our managers, input manager, and add the backspace pressed callback method right here. Okay, let's try it. So we are going to press maybe CL. Now try backspace. Perfect. Removing the L, removing the C. And if we press, it's not working. That's exactly what we want. So let's try writing clear like so. Okay. Can we remove? Yeah, perfect. And now we can't add more letters. So that's an issue here. Why is that? That's because when the word was complete here, this was triggered. The can add letter equals false because the word is complete. So we can't add more letters. So for that, we need to call can add letter equals true right here because we have removed a key. But who tells us that we have removed a key? In the word container, we can see that if the current letter index was less than 0, then we returned. And what if the player presses the backspace key after the level complete? It's going to be able to remove a letter. So that's not what we want. Let's see in the next session how we can fix these two issues, along with another one right here. Let me show you. What if the player enters like only 3 letters and check the word? It's bad because we have an error again. Okay? So let's fix these issues in the next session.